Thank you for tuning in. This is a special video. It came out of the blue. I wasn't expecting to do this today. I was going to do a video on this Springfield M1A. It goes way back to World War II, as we know. What happened was about 1 o'clock today, I got a phone call from one of my advisors on an appointment, and he goes, "Tom, you want to come meet this person?" So what's it all about? And he tells me a story about a World War II veteran, and this is the story. Here's a man who entered Omaha Beach June 8th, 2 days after D-Day. A true World War II hero. And in his own words, he'll explain to you a couple stories here. One in particular where he took a German prisoner and kept his sidearm, as he puts it, and still has it to today. It's in the video. I called him up. I said, "Hey, my advisor just left. You mind if I come talk to you?" And da da da. He goes, "Come on in." Very proud moment for him, as you can imagine, in his late 80s. Now, there's been a lot of wars, as we know. Afghanistan, Iraq, Vietnam, Korea. Very controversial. But World War II, I don't think there's too many of us who dispute the fact that was the big one. Those men and women who fought for us and our allies across the world, we, our younger generation and our children and our grandchildren, and all the people across the world, we thank you. To the very few surviving World War II vets, we thank you. This video is focused on World War II and the people who fought in it, and a special interview with someone who fought in World War II. He'll actually come sit here in the spot so we can get a better look at the Mauser, which she kept in a little box for the last 60 plus years. And it's in perfect condition, like brand new. So I apologize, I was by myself. I went out there and I grabbed my camera and tripod and I said, let's just do this real quick. So it's not the best videography. I didn't have my wife to help out and zoom in while I did the interview. But I thought it came out okay, and you can see the look in his eyes, how proud he is to be an American. And after the interview, Sergeant Barron, this is also for your family, also the surviving family that you have. This will go on infamy. You can download it and have it. Sergeant Barron, after the interview, he almost had a tear in his eye, and he shook my hand, and he goes, "Thank you, Tom." And I just see the patriotism in his eyes and his voice, and how proud he is to have served our country and our allies, the whole entire world back in the 1940s. So here is an interview with Sergeant Barron. If you're interested in nostalgic, older type of firearms, look at the top right of the channel. I'll put the video up there, the NRA Museum. You'll see hundreds of those. When I visited Fairfax, Virginia, and went to the museum, there's a very nice comment from the curator of the NRA Museum thanking me for making that video. But this is all about World War II, the people who served and changed the course of time. Enjoy, and again, thank you to all the people who serve in the military across the world, protecting our freedom. That's what it's all about, our freedom. Well, this is an exciting interview. It's pretty rare to find a surviving World War II veteran. Sergeant Barron, thank you for your service. Heard about your story. I zoomed right out here, correct?
Yes.
Please tell the audience your story of your experiences in World War II. I'll ask you a few questions. From all of us across America and across the world, we really thank you. We've got some interesting things to show. First of all, what year did you join the Army?
1943. I graduated high school from John Adams High School in Cleveland, Ohio in June of 1943. In July, I was in the Army, and I didn't want to go in the Navy because I couldn't swim. But anyways, I joined the Army. I had my infantry basic training at Camp Croft in South Carolina, I believe. It was near the border of South Carolina in Florida. And from there, They gave us, after basic training, they gave us, I think, a 10-day furlough to go home, say, get this stuff ready to be shipped overseas.
And then where did you go ultimately? To England?
First day we went to England, and it was very interesting. It was about a 6 or 7 day trip, and we were packed in the former Ile-de-France, which was the capital ship of France, but England had captured it from them off North Africa. They gutted the ship, and they made a troop ship out of it, and the rumor had it there was 20,000 troops on that ship.
You guys were jammed in there, weren't you?
We were jammed in like sardines.
How did you go to the bathroom? You were telling me earlier.
Well, then one night, about the 5th or 6th night out, about 2 o'clock in the morning at nighttime, came word that the raider had picked up a submarine. So they said, put on your life preserver, sit on your edge of your bed, and do not smoke, do not walk, do not do anything, just breathe.
Yeah.
And if you have to urinate, urinate in your pants.
Yeah.
Just don't move.
They finally cleared the way. They got rid of that
Yeah,
U-boat.
then after, I don't know what happened, but after about an hour and a half or so, they said, okay, you could now relax, you could
So
go
then
to the bathroom if you
you
want to.
ultimately got to England, correct?
Well, ultimately got to Scotland. We did some training there a little bit for a short while, and then they shipped us down to near Chester, England, which there was we would sit and watch, look up in the air and watch the dogfights from British Spitfires and the German planes, and from there we had some more training.
And then ultimately you went to Omaha Beach, correct?
Right,
Let's
right.
talk
But
about that. Was June 6th was D-Day?
We got to Omaha Beach about June 8th. The invasion was June 6th, and we got there, I think it was June 8th or the 9th, I'm not sure which.
Okay, Sergeant Barron, you saw the movie Saving Private Ryan.
Yes.
How accurate was that?
It was pretty accurate, I would say very accurate. I mean, so that German pillbox they had getting up on Omaha Beach with the slits where they where they really mowed us down. I mean, not us, but the division before that went in. It was either, I think, the 27th or 29th.
Visually, what did it look like visually to you, the beach 2 days after the initial invasion?
Oh, well,
that must have been gruesome.
Yes, it was. But they cleaned up, they took away the bodies and all that. But all I remember, the ride going from there in the trucks, dead cows that was just on their backs laying in the grass, and their legs were sticking up, looks like broomsticks. It was very...
Now the front line was how far inland?
Oh, I would say roughly 2, 3, maybe 4 miles.
That's
away
not too
from
far,
us.
so...
No, we can hear the artillery. And those 88, the German 88s, they call it mortar 88s.
Now, you thought the area was cleared out now because the front was 2 miles inland.
Right.
And you were telling me a story of a German.
Yes, if somehow I was resting. It was in the afternoon, I don't know what time, maybe 2, 3 o'clock, 4, 2 o'clock, I don't know. But I was resting and I heard rustling in the bushes.
How far away?
Oh, 10 feet,
Close.
12 feet, fairly close, maybe 15 feet, very close. And I went for my weapon, and this guy comes out with his hands up in the air. And of course I went up to him and I removed he had a sidearm, he had a Mauser, German Mauser.
And we have the gun. We're going to show you the actual gun that was
Right.
awarded to you. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
What was your sidearm? I didn't ask you this. Was it a 1911? Do you remember your sidearm? Was it a 19?
No, I didn't have a sidearm.
You didn't? Oh,
A
okay.
rifle. My
You had a
M1
rifle.
Grand
Oh, okay.
M1.
Good. 308.
It was a rifle or else a carbine, a 30 caliber carbine.
Okay.
I don't remember which.
Yeah.
But anyways, I removed his, and I still have it, and all these years I kept it hidden because when I came home from the Army and in 1951 I married my childhood sweetheart, Helen Fellman, and
And you had that all these years.
I had it all
Let me
these
ask you
years.
this. What did he say? He had some words.
He said something in German, but I'm of the Jewish faith, and I could pick up what he said, that nicht or nicht Ruski, not Ruski. I guess they didn't want to go to the Russian front, because
What
the
would the
Russian
Russians
front,
do?
they didn't take any prisoners. They go bam, they took a prisoner, bam. So nicht or nicht Ruski.
So he surrendered.
He surrendered.
You took his
I
firearm.
took his sidearm, and I've had it all these
And
years.
how did you ultimately get it? Because you must have gave it to your commanding officer, correct?
Oh, well, I told my commanding officer, I showed it to him, and he gave me a letter quoting the articles of
Right.
war or whatever it was, that I could take it home as a enemy trophy, captures an enemy trophy, words to that effect.
Correct. All right.
And
So
I took it home with me.
let's focus in on what do you have here on the table. Let's start with this piece of shrapnel.
Well, this is some shrapnel here, and this is the clip. You put the ammunition into the.
Could you hold the gun up so we can get a real close look at it? That's a Mauser.
This is a German Mauser,
What is the
7.65.
Let's take a look at the other side. That's, what year was that made?
This was made in 1935. There was approximately 3,500 of these pieces made.
Very rare. It's in perfect condition.
And about every 5-7 years, I put a few drops of 3-in-1 oil in the barrel so it doesn't rust out.
Flip it over one more time. I have it in frame now.
Turn it over.
Yes. Very nice. Let me see if I can read the slide. Hold it steady. Yeah. It says Mauser, Work, AG, Abrakov, Cal 7.65, model HSC. H is in Henry, S is in Sam, and then a small c for cat. Okay, you kept that in good shape. What did you keep in one of these boxes here?
Yes, I keep it wrapped in a towel, and I keep it hidden, locked up in a locker.
And what do you have here on the table?
Oh,
Let's start here on the right. What is this here on the right?
This is
This one here.
Oh, this is from the French. From the French. What is it? What did they call
They
it?
sent you this letter here, dated October 2010, and it comes from
Get my glasses.
the French Republic. I'll hand them to you. The French Republic on October 10th. You have been named a Chevalier of the Legion of Honor, and this comes from the President of the French Republic's highest esteem, thanking you. And you also have this newspaper article here, very recently, where they awarded you some medals. This one here, and they highlighted you in the paper. World War II veteran. You have your discharge papers here. Let me focus in on this. See if I can get a good glance at it. Okay, it says efficiency rating as soldier, superior. His character, excellent. You told me earlier you were very proud of that. And you should be. And you had two brothers, right?
Correct.
One of them still living, and the other passed away, but all three
Yes.
of you served.
All three were in the service during World War II.
And how patriotic were you? When you took a bath, you were telling me at the age of 14, what did you do?
If the radio, we didn't have television then, but if the radio was playing our national anthem or whatever, something
Pledge of
patriotic,
Allegiance.
yes, I would stand up in the bathtub, put my hand over my heart, and salute.
That's wonderful.
I was always very patriotic.
Let's finish up and take up your hat and explain the cap, please.
Well, this is from the Jewish War Veterans, Post 44 of Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
And this is the branch of the service, AGD, Adjutant General Department, the U.S., United States of America. And this is my infantry badge, Post 44, Ohio. That's Post 44 in Ohio, but here I'm in Post 266 in Delray Beach, Florida.
Okay.
So I belong to two services. And
those green bars,
this is the good conduct medal, and this is the bronze star for every 6 months if you're in a combat zone. And I have 3, 1, 2, and then here's the little star there. There's one,
so you had 18
2, 3.
months.
You can't see that one.
You had 18 months over there.
Yes.
Let's take a look at some of the photos on the wall.
Okay.
Okay, let's start with the photo on the top right. This is when you obtained the weapon, right? The Mauser.
Yeah, about an hour, I think about an hour later or so, but an hour before, I'm not sure. I think it was about an hour or two later in the afternoon. This is...
What about this one here?
Yeah, this was here...
Is that you?
Also, no, this is not me. No, that's not me.
And what about this one here?
This is in Camp Croft. When they first went into the Army, about 3 or 4 weeks or so, 5 weeks. I'm right over here.
Okay, wonderful. How many grandchildren do you have?
I have 2 grandchildren, Michael Goldstein and Stephen Goldstein.
Say hello to your
Wonderful.
family.
I have I lost my son recently, July 5th.
I'm sorry.
He was Richard Rickbarron, the memory man.
Okay.
He had a wonderful memory. He was on TV, 60 Minutes. And my daughter, Laurie Goldstein Kestacher. Wonderful daughter.
Good. Well, your family will cherish this video. Thank you so much for sharing the stories. And everyone in America thanks you for your service and across the world. Thank you.
Well, the heroes are the ones who didn't come back.
We'll leave it at that. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
That's it. Good job.